After waiting 40 years, the Bulldogs are just 2 wins away from going back-to-back. Standing in their way, Ohio State, as Georgia's road to a repeat makes a stop in a familiar place. 700 miles south, the Clemson Tigers look to finish their season with a roar. And we're checking in with the Georgia Southern Eagles following their bowl loss. Countdown to kickoff starts now.
Good evening from Atlanta, and welcome to our Countdown to Kickoff special here on WJCL 22. Alongside Preston Harvey, I'm Amy Zimmer. The countdown is on to the 2022 Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl here in Atlanta. Top-ranked Georgia back in the college football playoff semifinal for the 2nd straight year and seeking to become the first program in the playoff era to win back-to-back national titles. The Dogs preparing to take on number 4 Ohio State inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium on New Year's Eve.
That's right, and that game's set for the nightcap as the semifinals will kick off on the West Coast with number 2 Michigan clashing with number 3 TCU in the Fiesta Bowl. Kickoff set for 4 p.m. Eastern Time. The winners of these 2 bowl games will clash in the national championship in L.A.
Oh, yeah. It all comes down to this Saturday, and the Dogs' journey to the semifinal game has been rather smooth with plenty of stops here in Atlanta. Here's a look back on another historic season for the Dogs. Atlanta, Georgia's backyard, and what the team calls their second home. The city where the defending national champions kicked off the 2022 season at SEC Media Days and sent a clear message.
People have asked the question, how does it feel to be hunted? We will not be hunted at the University of Georgia, I can promise you that.
The Bulldogs proved smart right in their season opener, which turned into a duck hunt, dominating Oregon and former UGA defensive coordinator Dan Lanning. Smart and his Dogs would plow through the regular season, easily handling what were predicted to be big challenges. To no surprise, after taking down previously top-ranked Tennessee early November, the Dogs rose from number 3 to number 1 and would remain on top. Sadly, there was a loss off the field during the regular season. Vince Dooley, the Hall of Fame football coach for Georgia, passed away at the age of 90. The Bulldogs would continue to play in his honor. For the first time in school history, Georgia finished consecutive seasons without a loss, punching their ticket back to Atlanta for the SEC championship. More history was made as Smart guided Georgia to its first SEC title since 2017. Sweet revenge for the Dogs, who fell to Joe Burrow-led LSU in the 2019 title game. After almost a month, the Dogs now back in the city where it all began, with a trip back to the national championship on the line. The only thing standing in their way, number 4 Ohio State. It will be a battle of the nation's number 2 scoring defense in Georgia and the nation's number 2 scoring offense in Ohio State, led by Heisman finalist quarterback C.J. Stroud.
Probably one of the most talented groups we faced. When you combine it with the talent of the quarterback, it really grows because he has the ability to get the ball to him on all parts of the field, vertically, horizontally, side to side. Really good job. I mean, historically, Ohio State's had great wideouts. That's that. When you go to play Ohio State, you know they're going to have really good wideouts. When you look across the NFL, they've produced a lot of really good wideouts, and that's no different than what they have on their roster right now.
Meanwhile, Ohio State head coach Ryan Day preparing his Buckeyes for Heisman finalist and Blackshear native Stetson Bennett.
Certainly they have talent all across the board. Their offensive line's big. Both tight ends are very, very talented. Their running backs are very good. Receivers are very good. But, you know, it's the quarterback that makes it all go. And he's played unbelievable, deserved certainly an opportunity to be down in New York City on Saturday night. And what an unbelievable story of somebody that, came through a lot of adversity along the way in his journey to get to where he's at. So, from afar, it's been a joy to watch him compete.
It all comes down to this Saturday in Atlanta. A handful of Bulldogs reigned from Southeast Georgia, including Savannah native Nolan Smith. The UGA star linebacker unfortunately suffered a season-ending torn pectoral muscle injury during the Georgia-Florida game.
And while he might not be making plays on the field, he is still impacting the team in many ways, as a leader not only in the locker room, but also on the sideline.
While UGA star linebacker Nolan Smith continues to heal from a season-ending torn pectoral injury, he was still in attendance supporting his teammates like always. I had the opportunity to catch up with the Savannah native for the first time since having shoulder surgery.
I'm feeling really good, hanging out with the guys, getting healthy, going through rehab, and just, being with the guys like Darnell, Broderick, O-line, D-line every day, the connections that are already built. It's just really good to hang out with them, and I get to see them through a different aspect now.
You're always cheering on the team and have the biggest smile. How have you continued to just help this team in different ways?
Yeah, once I got hurt, I realized I'm not going to be able to play anymore, and this is still my team. This is my senior year, and how do I want to be remembered? I just don't want to be remembered as the guy that, went out and didn't care about his school that he gave so much to. I've been here 4 years, so I just decided to go out and just wanted to have fun and cheer the guys on. I always have my rally towel. I'll be swinging it, and I'll be trying to get the crowd going and the guys going and getting them into the game.
Get ready to see Nolan Smith back on the field soon. He told me he's looking forward to participating in the NFL Draft Combine in February. All right, still so much more to come here on our Countdown to Kickoff special.
That's right. We're checking with the Clemson Tigers ahead of the Orange Bowl and also recapping Georgia Southern's first season under head coach Clay Helton.
That and more straight ahead. Welcome back to our Countdown to Kickoff special here on WJCL 22. After suffering a shocking home field loss to the South Carolina Gamecocks, the Clemson Tigers out of the college football playoff for the second straight season.
The Tigers, though, still have plenty to play for as they're clashing with Tennessee in the Orange Bowl tonight.
Yeah, and sports director Mark Whiteman from our sister station in Greenville walks us through the Tigers' journey to Miami.
I cannot wait to see us play.
The Tigers waited longer than most. Labor Day weekend ended with Clemson facing Georgia Tech in the Chick-fil-A kickoff game, which ended with the Tigers finding their groove.
Into the end zone for the touchdown.
Their momentum carried through the first 2 months, a back-and-forth shootout in Winston-Salem, a dominant night against NC State, 27 unanswered to pull away in Tallahassee, and a second-half shutout plus a quarterback change to slip past Syracuse for an ACC record 38th straight home win.
Man, this is a historic win.
But things went sideways in South Bend, a bad night on both sides of the ball, where Notre Dame ran for 263 yards and took a 28-0 lead to end the nation's longest active win streak at 14 in a row.
We were the buzz, right? We got the bad end of that deal, and we deserved every second of it.
Will Shipley hurdled onto highlight reels.
At the 10, he hurdled a man. Touchdown.
And defense dissipated the Hurricanes, but the state championship tilted toward the Gamecocks for the first time since 2013, extinguishing Clemson's hopes for a college football playoff.
We did not deserve to win, and they did.
A 7th ACC title in 8 years and an Orange Bowl berth is plenty to play for.
Still to come on our Countdown to Kickoff special, we are soaring with the Georgia Southern Eagles to Montgomery for the Camellia Bowl. That and more straight ahead. Welcome back to our Countdown to Kickoff special. In just his first season as head coach, Clay Helton guided the Georgia Southern Eagles to a 6-6 overall record, punching their ticket to a bowl game.
That's right. The big guy, Frank Sokowski, takes us to Montgomery for the Camellia Bowl as the Eagles took on Buffalo.
The Georgia Southern Eagles closed out the season 2 days after Christmas in Montgomery, Alabama at the Camellia Bowl. Despite a 2-point loss to Buffalo in the Eagles' 5th ever bowl appearance, the boys from Statesboro with plenty of memorable moments during the 2022 campaign.
In 27 years, this has been by far my most fun ride with any group of men. They've been the definition of toughness. They've been unbelievable discipline, and they've put the team over themselves. It was led by our seniors seniors, and they have laid a foundation that the best is yet to be. And it was neat to see those younger kids who would come up, give me a hug, and say, "Coach, even better things are going to happen." And I believe that in my heart. I really do. It's a great foundation led by our seniors, and they will always be Eagles. Sometimes you fight your guts out and you just come up short.
It was a season full of foundation-building moments for first-year head coach Clay Helton and the Eagles, including a win over Nebraska. Georgia Southern picking up just their second win ever against a Power 5 foe with their 45-42 win over the Cornhuskers in Lincoln back in September. In October, the Eagles would knock off a top 25 ranked opponent when the boys in blue beat number 25 James Madison in Statesboro. But with injuries mounting and in the midst of a 3-game losing streak in November, the Eagles would earn bowl eligibility in the season finale, Southern beating their biggest rival Appalachian State in overtime 51-48.
It renewed my love for the game and love for everything that comes with football. The passion of the fan base, the passion of the team. It showed me what college football is all about and what football is all about. And to be a part of it, I couldn't thank Eagle Nation enough, the staff, the support system, all the way up to the very top. I just can't put it into words how thankful I am for everybody.
However, Georgia Southern unable to close out the campaign with a win at the Camellia Bowl as the Eagles dropped a 23-21 decision to the Bulls. Down 9 in the fourth quarter, Georgia Southern would pull to within 2 in the closing minutes, but were unable to stop Buffalo from picking up a couple first downs to milk the clock and pick up the win.
We know we have to get better, but I'm really proud of the guys and our seniors because they bought in from day one. This group's really tight. It's been no split locker room. It's been a unified locker room from day one, and I'm proud. I've seen it go different ways in year one, and so I'm really proud of the guys.
With the loss, Georgia Southern finishes the season at 6-7 overall. Reporting from the Camellia Bowl in Montgomery, Alabama, Frank Solkowski, WJCL 22 News.
That will do it for this edition of our Countdown to Kickoff special here on WJCL 22. Be sure to join us tonight at 11 as our extensive Peach Bowl coverage continues from right here in Atlanta.
And catch a recap of the Orange Bowl as the Clemson Tigers take on the Tennessee Volunteers.
Just minutes away from kickoff. So much more to come here on WJCL 22. For now, that's Preston Harvey. I'm Amy Zimmer.